I think that's what they're doing. I believe. Well, also, Sec,
like
another thing that I want you to check out, Project Reforged. We're doing this. So yeah, I will say Sonic and
just feel like we could have literally gotten different characters for the Black Knight game, like different Nintendo characters, and it would have served them a little bit better. Like,
oh yeah,
cool.
no, like you throw any other character, you throw any other like franchise at the Black Knight, like at attempt, and it's basically the same, right? It's basically the same, but because Sonic did it, it was cool as fuck. Because Sonic is just cool as fuck. So yeah, Rule Cool takes over for this one. Again, if it was up to me, this bitch would be like right over here. But I'm not gonna be biased. I'm not gonna be biased. I'm gonna put it where it needs to be.
I'll
put it bottom of C tier. I will do that.
I appreciate your candidacy
because it is way better than Sonic and the Secret Rings. It's better than Secret Rings by a long shot.
Oh god, Sonic and to put it into perspective,
it's night and day.
I would never play Sonic and the Secret Rings again. Like just never. I played it. I love Sonic. So like my brother had it and I played it and I was like, I only played through it to say that I played through it. Like it was that kind of like, I already got this far. I might as well finish it just to say that I finished it. But like never again in my life will I waste the time to play Sonic and the Secret Rings again. That was a nightmare.
Also, Sonic's characterization is peak in Black Knight. Dude doesn't mind being treated as the villain if it means he could save the people. That's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah. This I think this game did solidify the kind of person that Sonic is, which is like he will go out of his way to save a stranger. He can do you can call him whatever you want. You can say he's this, he's that, but he, despite the fact that he is sometimes just an unbearable fucking asshole, he will always do right by you. Always. Yep. So like I do appreciate that Sonic in the Black Knight did take that into account and made that a thing. I do appreciate that. All Sonic Secret Rings has going for it is the song. Yeah, again, there's not a lot of games here that have bad soundtracks, so I can't really like use that as a criteria for like putting these in tiers.
I agree with you, Ryder.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes.
Amy is adorable.
Oh yeah. No. Like if there's anything that Amy's gonna do, she's gonna put that shit on. She will put that shit on. So yeah. Sonic and Black Knight. Bottom of C tier. Just because like you are still kind of sip that Dasani. Ooh shit. You right. Hold on. I don't have water. I'll get it in a second. All right, let's move on to Unleashed. All right, let's go ahead and get this shit out of the way. Sonic Unleashed Mobile, get that fucking motherfucker out of here.
Yeah, go. I don't know why that was even in there.
Because it technically is a game that you could play at some point, and it did technically work. And so I did look it up some more before I started the event here. It apparently had like decent like review. It didn't have a lot of reviews, but it had decent reviews. Like people, like it was a phone game. People expected it to be a phone game, and the people like what they said was the same issue that they had with Unleash proper. They didn't care for the Werehog stages, which still I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get that. I don't get why people have such a fucking hate boner for the Werehog stages. Like, yeah, it's weird. It's not. It's antithetical to what Sonic is, but I do appreciate. Again, I appreciate that Sega and Sonic team will attempt to try new things with Sonic. I do appreciate that. And like a Sonic brawler is just kind of cool. I could go for a Sonic brawler.
I can appreciate them trying new things, but
I can't say whether or not that the Werehog was a success or a failure. I can't say that because the game itself, like even despite that, it's still a good game. You can still play it and have a good time. And the Werehog is still popular enough that he keeps fucking showing up. So some people did like the Werehog. I guess they just didn't like playing as him or something.
Yeah, they're.
You know.
I
So
think that like so. Here's what I would say. I think that like conceptually, the Werehog is kind of cool.
yeah,
Like honestly, I think that it is a cool concept to toy with.
yeah.
When it comes to the game, it's kind it's so.
I get.
I appreciate the fact that they tried something new. It didn't really work. Like
So-
like it functioned.
Yeah. So I will
but,
say,
like,
I will say that people saying that the Werehog was the worst thing about Sonic Unleashed did not play Sonic Unleashed, because the Werehog was the furthest thing from the worst thing in Sonic Unleashed. The worst thing outside of the final one was the boss battles. The boss battles were horrid. These
I
things
agree with that.
sucked. At least with the Werehog boss battles, they made sense because it's a boss battle. You're actually fighting the fucking thing. Like, I get it. That one's cool. I get it. For Sonic, didn't really make that like. Well, I mean, Sonic's had boss battles like that, but not in the way that they were doing it in Unleashed. It was a whole thing. And then Eggman Land, and then Eggman Land. Fucking 30-minute goddamn stage in a Sonic game? Are you out of your fucking mind? That being said, I do really, really enjoy Sonic Unleashed. I do want them to give this kind of, I want them to give the concept another try, because I think they could really do something with it. Instead of doing a Werehog, just make it like Knuckles. Like, make it Knuckles. Somebody that's a brawler in the actual cast.
So if I could offer a caveat to that,
Okay.
I think that the Werehog form just needs touching up.
Yeah.
Because like, again, I don't hate the Werehog form. I don't hate it.
It's the execution.
However, the execution, like in jumping in the middle of the game between those two kind of like very characteristically different play styles, it just makes it pacing wise like it's just weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's a very
Careful.
jarring kind of like when you're jumping between the two. And so I get it, like you said, like he's a brawler. Okay, cool. You know, I don't necessarily have an issue with that. However, they need to touch that up in a way where it still feels like you're Sonic, just with the, I think, and I'm getting a little bit ahead, but I'm just gonna mention Frontiers here for a second,
Okay.
because that has a combat mechanic in it, but you still feel like Sonic.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, no, I can give you that. As far as where I would put this though, I'd say honestly,
not quite dog water, but not
it's not here. It's not here. I would say like it's in between somewhere B and C. I'd say high. I'd say top of C tier, but like I could say like low B tier, high C tier.
Hold on. So you would say that it's better than? So you would say that you liked Unleash, or Unleashed is a better game generally than Shadow the Hedgehog?
Yes, I would say that. And here's the reason why I say that. I have better control of my character in Sonic Unleashed than I do in Shadow the Hedgehog. Like, if I need Sonic to stop on a dime, he'll stop on a dime. Because Shadow will stop on a dime. But Sonic's not slip sliding all over the place, running around. The Werehog, for all of its faults, is functional. Shadow, if you turn the corner wrong, you're in a pit somewhere that you just couldn't see off screen. If you jump a little goofy, you might just fall off somewhere. Like, there's like, as far as like Shadow, like, and again, not taking away from what Shadow does. Like, what Shadow does, it does very well in a lot of cases. However, the control is taking from PS2 Sonic Heroes, which is the worst controlling one of that game. So ice physics in a game that requires you to stop and shoot and do other platforming things really doesn't work. It's still a good game, but if I'll say this, if Shadow, if the controls for Shadow were tightened up just a little bit, it would shoot up to here, like immediately, just by that alone. Just fixing that one thing, it would shoot up to B tier immediately.
I can concede and see where yeah, I can see, okay, I can see kind of where your argument lies, and I will concede on that. I think that it's fair for Sonic Unleashed to be in C.
Yeah, no, the GameCube version of both Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic Heroes are the objectively best way to play that. Outside of like speedrunning thing, where like the PC version for Sonic Heroes is the best way to do that, because there's like a bunch of glitches that you can do to like break that game in half, and the speedrunning shit, whatever. We ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah, GameCube was the way to go for Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic Heroes.
So for the sake of time, and because I didn't really, I'm gonna put these guys in the miscellaneous thing. They're just ports of Sonic Unleashed. It's really not that whatever. All right,
the Wii
Sonic
port sucks.
The Wii port does suck.
In the dog water.
The Wii port sucks, but it's also just the same thing as the PS2 version, and they both suck. But it's kind of a tough situation with these two games in particular, because these were developed by a different entity as well. So it's not like that Sonic team polish that we're expecting. So I can't fairly grade it because it's not something that Sonic team actually like worked on, you know? So,
I got you.
So just for the sake of fairness, I'm going to say that it's in the miscellaneous. All right, let me see how much more we got. Okay, cool. We're not going to worry about some of these mobile games. We're not gonna worry about those. Okay, cool. Let's hop into Sonic Colors. Sonic Colors, fucking man, what a good game. What a good game, man. The introduction of the Wisps were really good. And introduced a lot of more variety as far as like power ups for Sonic. Like you got laser and drill and your standard speed boost and your what was it? What was the thing? Spike, and cube, and bomb. Like there's a lot going on with the color, like the Wisp colors, but it's not egregious, right? Like it feels like a natural extension of Sonic's abilities, especially with like the Ghost one, where you just do the light dash, but it's not like fast. You just kind of like float around and do the thing. It's the concept of Sonic Colors is cool. It's not the best Sonic game out there. It's not. But it is, I can confidently say, like Sonic Colors, like vanilla Sonic Colors, B tier game. B tier game.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah, I will.
That's literally what I was gonna say. Is that I would comfortably put Sonic Colors.
I don't know if I would put it above Adventure. I'm gonna say like they're kind of in the same boat for me.
I think it would be just below Adventure, actually.
You think so? Oh yeah, I'll let it.
Just below.
I'll let that happen. Yeah, I'll let that happen. Sonic Colors on a DS, however, is a completely different game. that's a different game. Like it still kind of follows the thing
on the DS.
So Silver shows up for some reason. Metal Sonic's there. You got to race him for some reason.
Interesting.
The story kind of deviates a little bit, but it still kind of comes up to the same thing. But there's a different boss fight. I think you actually fight like the Wisp Queen in that, or I think it was in actual Sonic Colors and not DS. It was one of them. You fought the Wisp Queen herself, and it was cool. I would say that it definitely feels like a port, right? It definitely feels like a port. But I will say that I'll give it just behind Sonic Adventure DX. It's not bad. It's just there's a lot going on that just doesn't make sense if you played